Now, the US Secretary of State has addressed the question aimed at Australia's migration in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. Our Washington analyst, Annalise Nielsen, questioned Marco Rubio earlier today.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Annalise Nielsen from Sky News Australia. In your national security strategy, you've warned Europe about civilizational erasure. When you've been watching what's been happening in Australia with the rise of anti-Semitism and our government's response to the Bondi massacre, our Prime Minister's dodged direct questions on Islamic extremism, but then unprompted evoked right-wing extremism as a threat. Do you have any message to Australia about civilizational erasure, and why is America watching?
Look, I just think it's very simple, and that is that any mass migration is highly disruptive to any country. We talked about it here in the United States. When you experience mass migration, I don't talk about immigration, I'm talking about mass migration. Okay, mass migration is a negative thing. It's not positive. I mean, there are other voices in Europe and obviously in Australia as well that have expressed concern about this. These are facts. This doesn't make you anti-anybody. What it makes is you do have, as a sovereign country, the right to control how many people you absorb, how many people you allow in, and who those people are. This is a very basic sovereign right. Okay, it doesn't mean you don't allow any people in, but you have to know who they are, and you have to have some limits and controls over what those numbers are. So I just think this is a real challenge that multiple Western advanced industrialized countries are facing, and I think it's pronounced in parts of Europe as well, and obviously, at least on the basis of your question, appear to be a challenge as well in Australia.
The US Secretary of State, essentially America's Foreign Minister Marco Rubio, responding to a question from our own Annalise Nielsen a little bit earlier.